By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. So good morning. I am Martha and I am your Chancellor. Welcome to this exciting ceremony. I can't hear you. Good morning. That's better. I'm particularly delighted to welcome Councillor Anne Underwood, our Lord Mayor, who's got an even grander robe than me on, and has found time to be with us this morning, and also Sir Matthew Baggott and Brian Ellison, who will be awarding honorary degrees to in the ceremony today. Now, this is a very big ceremony in the most amazing location and on a beautiful day outside, isn't it? But you will be pleased to know that you are among about 20,000 graduates that have received qualifications from the Open University over the course of 2017. So you are in good company. And they've been presented all over the country, from Belfast to Edinburgh, Dublin, I'm going up to Gateshead in a couple of weeks' time. So there's an amazing scale to the place that you've managed to get your qualification from. And you should be very proud to be among so many important people. But I don't want you for 1 minute, just because we're all wearing fancy robes and sitting in this incredible place, to think that this needs to be too solemn an occasion. This is a celebration. It's a celebration of the incredible work that you've all done, and a celebration for the people that have helped you get there, the amazing friends and family that I can see so many of you have brought with you today. So, we're going to do a practice. We're going to do a practice for cheering, and I want you to raise the roof, literally, on this incredible building. So, a round of applause for all of you who've come here today to get your degrees. Okay, not bad. That was quite good. I'm going to rank you according to other ceremonies I've been to. I'll give you about a 5, but I think what might help you to get a bit louder is if all the graduates stand up and we can give them a first round of applause for today. Much better. That's great. Okay, that was better. You see, you had it in you. That was much better. I'll give you a 9. There's lots of other ways that you can show how much you've enjoyed the ceremony, and you can show how much you are proud of a loved one that you've come with today. Why don't you post a picture on social media, tweet something, put it on Facebook, and make sure that you hashtag, I'm just going to get the hashtag right, I always get it wrong. What's OU ceremony? OU_ceremony, so that we can see all of your happy faces when we have a look at them. So I'm just going to tell you a bit about how the ceremony is going to run today. We're going to start with the awarding of the honorary degree for Sir Matthew Baggott, and Professor Jean Hartley, Professor of Public Leadership in the Faculty of Business and Law, will present him with his degree. And then we'll see the presentation of those graduates who've gained their higher degrees and first degrees in the Bachelor of Arts, Engineering and Law, and they've been able to attend today. Then they'll be presented by David Knight, Director of Access, Careers and Teaching Support. Then we'll award the second honorary degree to Professor Brian Ellison, and Dr. Helen Fraser, Senior Lecturer in the Faculty of Science, Technology and Engineering, Mathematics, will present that award. Then we'll continue with more graduates, people who've gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas in higher education. And then I'll conclude by giving a few remarks of my own. Now, I have to warn you that I always get quite overwhelmed in these ceremonies because you are all so incredible, and many of you have the most amazing stories. I met someone in a ceremony the other day who'd been studying for an OU degree while working for 40 years. So forgive me if I take a bit too much time and I have a little chat, but I will try and keep it pacey. So if I don't have a chat with you, don't take it personally. It's because someone's looking at me like this, getting cross that we've taken so long. But all of you are special, and I hope I'll have a moment with each of you to say congratulations. So, I now will start to move aside so that we can start with the honorary graduates for today. Thank you.
Chancellor, Lady Mayor, colleagues, graduates and guests. Sir Matthew Baggott shows exceptional commitment to public service. He has served in 4 UK police forces, including as Chief Constable of Leicestershire and Northern Ireland. Matt is an innovative, compassionate and fair leader who cares deeply about policing and tries to build strong relationships between the police and local communities. The hallmark of Matt's work is community policing. He sees the purpose of the police as creating social justice for individuals, families and communities, and protecting vulnerable people from harm. Matt joined the Metropolitan Police aged 18 and worked for 20 years in the London districts of Tooting, Brixton and Peckham. During that time, he developed the pioneering Community Policing Policy Unit, which focused on troubled communities where regeneration and urban deprivation had created areas of high crime and vulnerability. In the West Midlands, as Assistant and then Deputy Chief Constable, Matt forged closer partnership working with local government to protect communities and address crime and disorder. This helped to improve the performance and reputation of West Midlands Police. In 2002, Matt was promoted to Chief Constable at Leicestershire, where his achievements included reducing gun crime and drug trafficking while promoting community relations and strengthening community policing. I had the privilege of working with him and other Leicestershire Public Services at that time, developing together a whole systems perspective on drug and alcohol misuse, drawing in a range of service providers, including police, hospitals, local government, nightclubs and street pastors, to learn together and address these problems. At the same time, Matt exercised high-profile leadership in national strategic issues, advising central government and influencing ideas and practices about race and diversity, social exclusion, and neighbourhood policing. In 2009, Matt was appointed Chief Constable of the Police Service of Northern Ireland by the Policing Board, which Sinn Féin had recently joined for the first time. The PSNI at that time was still quite new, constituted as part of the Northern Ireland Peace Agreement. It was a highly pressurised and political context, and with only about half the workforce of the previous Royal Ulster Constabulary. Matt's warmth, his interest in people, and his willingness to have difficult conversations with anyone, anywhere, meant that he won the support of the divided communities and the police workforce to create a substantial shift in policing to one of increased engagement and interaction with local communities. This shift cannot be underestimated. The police became more responsive and accountable to local communities, which boosted confidence and satisfaction and drove down crime rates. Since retiring from policing, Matt continues to strive for a better world. Through his active work with the Independent Anti-Slavery Commissioner, through being a trustee of the World Development Agency International Needs, which works to improve lives for families in poverty, and as president of the Christian Police Association. At the Open University, we've developed a particular interest in policing policy and practice through the Centre for Policing Research and Learning, which is a unique and successful partnership between OU academics and 18 police forces. It is therefore appropriate that we celebrate the career of a senior police officer who is widely admired and respected for his commitment to robust, sensitive, and effective policing, making a difference to individuals and communities throughout the UK. Chancellor, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Sir Matt Baggett.
Baroness, Chancellor, Lord Mayor, graduates and friends. Can I firstly thank Professor Hartley for her very generous and kind citation, and to the Open University for this honorary doctorate. It's really an enormous privilege to be here, sharing such a special day and joining in the achievements of so many of you in your celebration. Thank you for the invitation. I've had a very fortunate career. I've been given lots of opportunities, which I am hugely grateful, and I hope that I've made the best of them. I should, however, say that I think my job has been relatively simple compared to my police colleagues who actually do the hard work. I promised myself when I retired that I would never speak in public without acknowledging and affirming their courage to deliver proper and personal community and policing in places that have spent decades in conflict takes real guts and commitment. And my colleagues in Northern Ireland have done so, often at terrible personal cost and injury, and I want to affirm them to you publicly this morning. Riding mountain bikes and patrolling on foot, proving that they're there for everybody by their actions in the face of a very real and personal terrorist threat, is quite frankly awesome. Confidence in policing in Northern Ireland has never been higher because of their courage, and I dedicate this honorary doctorate to each and every one of them. Little story. When I went into the police straight from school, I went on my first patrol unaccompanied, and to be frank, I think I was a little bit overconfident. I thought having a smart uniform, my hat actually was like a bucket hanging over my ears, but I had a truncheon. And on my first patrol, I spent more time looking in the shop window at myself than actually doing my job. And as I walked up the road, went left, right, and eventually I suddenly realised I had no idea where I was. And I had to stop and ask a member of the public the way back to the police station. Which I guess was pretty humiliating, really, for a 19-year-old. But I learned a very important lesson, that it's no use relying on authority and outward appearance if you have no idea what direction life is taking you. And I was quite fortunate because after a few years in the police, I was given the chance to return to studying later in life. And I studied history. And I think because of the care of my tutors and those that taught me, I started to ask the question, why? Why is life like this? Why do things happen in this way? What's it all about? Rather than just accepting things the way they were. And I guess I became more challenging and less willing to accept the status quo, and particularly things that didn't make sense or seemed wrong. And I suspect, like you in this room, studying, however many years you've given that commitment, has done more to you than simply the subject itself. I suspect for many of you, you're in a different place in your life and you're starting to ask the question why, like I did. It's a pretty dangerous place, actually, because you start to be a little bit unsettled. But it is a great place to be. Asking why helped me find a direction I thought policing should go, that it should be accessible, transforming lives by seeking out and helping the vulnerable, delivering social justice and helping people to achieve the best. And it should be open to people, places, methods and ideas to make a difference. And I think great organisations put those values above everything else, and that's why I feel so honoured to be here this morning and associated with the Open University, because those words I've just spoken, most of those words, open to people, places, methods, social justice, they're actually words I borrowed from the Open University itself. I think they make a fine policing plan. And I'm not surprised that the Centre for Policing and Research and Learning, through Jean's leadership, is working in partnership with so many police services, because for the wisest of my colleagues, there is a meeting of minds and purpose, and I know that your expertise is highly, highly valued. So to conclude, in an age of conflict, austerity, fake news, or perhaps not so fake news, I think it's organisations like the Open University that provide hope, consistency, and most importantly of all, integrity in terms of mission and purpose. And it's every one of you who are receiving awards today who are also inspirational in terms of your persistence and hard work. So thank you again, enormous thanks for the privilege of being here, for your generous acknowledgement, and thanks to everybody in this room for your inspiration to me personally as well. Thank you very much indeed.
Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Art History, Peter Henderson. For the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth and a Master of Education, I present Lara Alamad. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Lindsay Coombs-Lewis. Leslie Hassel. For the degree of Master of Arts in History with distinction, I present Michelle Morgan. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Mark Davis. Paul Jarvis. Juan Romero Wade. Stuart Shortall. Rachel Smith. For the degree of Master of Education, I present Carl Edwards. Melanie Wardle. For the degree of Master of Engineering, I present Simon Rickards. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing, I present Darren McCabe. For the degree of Master of Science in Engineering, I present Glenn Complin. For the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics, I present Anthony Bradshaw. For the degree of Master of Science in Science, I present Dee Lau. Anna Yakub. Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws degrees and have been able to attend here today. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, John Brownlow. Chase Cooling Simpson. Gina Furlong. Nigel Hawkins. Jasmine Henderson Pennington. Brett Huckfield. Caroline Karangia. Amina Mohammed. Amina Mahamood. Rosie Moore. Najam Mughal. Billy Murphy. Emma Murphy. Seren Sandham Davies. Gillian Shaw. Susan Strong. Paul Wakely. Sam Wood. Deborah Yates. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Shaheen Akhtar. Eleanor Atkins. Oyekunle Ayon Rinde. Daniel Barber. Kate Barrett. James Barrett. Maliha Bashir. Gillian Beardshaw. Hannah Begum. Joanna Bennett. Diane Berry. Sajda Bibi. Rhiannon Biddulph. Jenny Bladen. Leslie Bourne. Trudy Ann Brown. Lydia Browning. James Brudenell. Alexander Burns. Ashley Burton. Glenn Burton. Nicola Burton. Stephanie Butler. Caroline Carruthers. Lindsay Carson. Karen Kavanagh. James Chapman. Samantha Cheetham. Judith Clark. Lucy Clark. Rachel Clark. Sean Caldicott. Karen Cole. Lucy Cole. Lucy Collins. Jane Cook. Roxanne Cooper. Nicola Crosby. Karen Crow. Amy Dangerfield. Carrie Dark. Hannah Davey. Christine Davies. John Dovey. Nancy Dubé. Chris Edwards. Romilly Edwards. Lynn Evans. Matthew Evanson. Michelle Fitzgerald. Hannah Fisk. Rachel Flynn. David Gardiner. Deborah Grattan. David Harrison. Morgan Hepworth. On behalf of the late Susan Higgs, I present her husband, Malcolm Higgs. Stephen Hogan. Karen Hollis. Rosie Ann Hollis. Elizabeth Holloway. Russell Hopper. Steve Humferson. Alice Huda. Danielle Hughes. Elizabeth Hurst Frost. Naila Iftikhar. Paul Jackson. Fleur James. Brian Jarvis. Stephen Johncock. Alison Jones. Nishma Kataria. Claire Keating. Ivan Keeling. Salma Khan. Nimisha Kunti. Danielle King. Rushpal Lally. William Lee. Linda Lincoln. Thomas Lingham. Tegan Lodge. Paul Lonsdale. Robert McAfee. Emily McAllister. Alex McCabe. Bridget McGovern. Lucia McIntyre. Dan McKenzie. Janine McLaughlin. Nazma Mia. Christine Miller. Eleanor Morgans. Christopher Neal. Paul Noble. Daniel Oran. Daniel Orji. Sue Paul. David Pierce. Samantha Pearson. Shelley Piggott. Helen Pinches. Rosalind Pitoni. Nicholas Podmore. Bonita Poole. Danielle Priest. Brian Preston. David Price. Wendy Rhodes. Ross Richards. Siobhan Ridding. William Rigby. Chris Roach. Samuel Robertson. Jason Russell. Daniel Scott. Margaret Shearing. Paul Sloan. Paul Smith. Susan Smith. Jacqueline Thomas. Pardeep Sohal. Mia Steele. David Stevenson. Diane Stiles. Christopher Summers. Jennifer Timms. Helen Treadwell. Ruth Tugwell. Claire Turner. Penny Tutty. Alexander Warsaber Wood. Heather Watchorn. Susan Watson. Joe Webb. Patricia Welsh. Margaret Weston. Hannah Williams. Nathan Ragg. Benjamin Wright. Rohala Yacobi. Peter Yardley. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours and a Foundation degree, I present Mary Peart. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Natalie Barclay. Nadine Collins. Cherry Gould. Lisa Hughes. Rochelle Moon. Lee Seeley. Donna Simmons. Deborah Williams. Jean Woodward. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with first-class honours, I present Emma Clay. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with honours, I present Alistair Heath. Joanna Reeves. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with honours, I present Stephen Chollerton. Habib-ur-Rahman Rahman. George Riggle. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with first-class honours, I present Hepzibah Perry. Abigail Scott. Daniel Shen Smith. Emily White. Bianca Whittle. Sally Wood. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honours, I present Linda Barnes. Alexine Humphrey Lomberg. Greg Clay. I. Ferruccio. Matt Beeston. Lucy Norris. Daniela Meloni. Gemma Rigby. Sonia Pickering. Maxine Robinson. Joanne Sag-Habashi Talk. Lance Terry. Jonathan Tosh. Sam Waring.
Chancellor, Lord Mayor, esteemed colleagues, graduates and guests, and especially the family of Brian Ellison. I'm deeply honoured today to be introducing my colleague, Professor Brian Ellison, a world-leading expert in millimetre and submillimetre wave technologies. Brian has dedicated his career to looking up and looking down, developing vital technologies that astronomers require to view the universe in the terahertz bandgap, and applying those same devices to observing the Earth for metrology, telecommunications, and an understanding of global warming processes. His technological advances have also contributed to biological imaging, environmental monitoring, and security devices, meaning his work has had a silent but far-reaching impact in all our everyday lives. This unassuming success reflects Brian himself. A kind and generous character with an outstanding wealth of knowledge, Brian is exceptionally respected by his peers. He shares his expertise selflessly and mentors those of us still developing our careers with a genuine collaborative approach to scientific research, continually exemplifying the scientific role model. Nowhere is this more apparent than in his relationship with the Open University. As a visiting professor, Brian has directly contributed to the educational journey of many OU students, including at this time co-supervising an OU PhD student with me. He has been instrumental in establishing and nurturing the strong relationship between the Rutherford Appleton Laboratories and the Open University, in the process benefiting our staff and research excellence, which feeds into our teaching and public outreach to the advantage of our undergraduate students. Space science is one of our 3 key strategic research areas, and the OU is deeply proud of being one of the leading centres of space science and astronomy research in the UK. Brian has contributed directly to this excellence. He facilitates the involvement of OU academics in worldwide astronomical collaborations, such as the Radio Telescope Arrays, ALMA and LOFAR, and more recently explored the potential to exploit the International Space Station as a platform for looking up and looking down. Brian started his career at the Chilbolton Observatory, moving to the California Institute of Technology in the United States, where he developed groundbreaking superconducting tunnel junction terahertz receivers for the California Submillimetre Wave Observatory, a telescope on Mauna Kea in Hawaii, which many of us, including myself, have subsequently exploited for our own astronomical research. Since returning to the United Kingdom, Brian has worked for the Rutherford Appleton Laboratory, where he is head of the Space Millimetre Wave Technology Group and the Chilbolton Radio Propagation Group, and is UK project manager for ALMA, the Atacama Large Millimetre Submillimetre Array, the largest, most complex and most expensive ground-based telescope ever built. ALMA enables the mapping of the submillimetre universe in extraordinarily rich detail. My own research has directly benefited from ALMA observations. So thank you, Brian. Your management was crucial to the success of the UK contributions to this worldwide engineering endeavour. Brian is internationally recognised as a world leader in his field and is highly sought after as an advisor to industry and government, as well as within academia. It is therefore appropriate that we honour his significant role in our own OU community, as well as his pivotal contributions to scientific scholarship. Chancellor, by the authority of Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Brian Ellison.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates and friends of the University. Let me first reply by thanking Dr. Helen Fraser for her very kind words. Thank you, Helen. I'd also like to congratulate my fellow graduates on your fantastic achievements. Really very well done. I've also learned that after intensive clapping, it's very hard to hold a pen. As Helen notes, I've spent the majority of my time developing technology and instrumentation for viewing the stars and galaxies, those nearby and those also very far, far away, and also for studying our atmosphere, that vital part of our environment that both shields and supports us all. Science, engineering and technology are therefore the subjects at the very heart of my research work. Through them, I've been engaged in pursuing answers to complex and exciting questions that continue to present very challenging goals and demands. They've also taken me to some rather unusual parts of the world, such as high mountain tops where the air is thin, arid volcanic deserts, and the very cold regions of the Arctic Circle. I've therefore been very fortunate to have visited some amazing parts of our planet, though I've not actually been into space yet, but I'm hoping there's still time. More than all of this, I've met and worked with some incredibly talented and inspirational people. In fact, without their support and their collaboration, many of my accomplishments would not have been possible. Interaction with my colleagues within the Rutherford Appleton Laboratory, for instance, and collaboration with others has been truly rewarding, as has my relationship with leading Open University scientists, Dr. Helen Fraser, Professor Nigel Mason, and Professor Glenn White. What has united us all is our shared ambition of pursuing knowledge, a goal, I would add, that as new graduates, you too have all shared it. So, in looking up at the stars and down at the atmosphere, It is acquiring knowledge that has driven me forward. But there are, of course, other directions to look, and it is through that most precious and brilliant of inventions, education, that we gain the opportunity to do so. Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates and friends of the university, it is truly a wonderful honour for me to receive this recognition and award. The Open University is a jewel in the UK's educational crown, and I'm absolutely delighted to be able to support its ethos of delivering high-quality university education to all who wish to realise their ambitions and their full potential. Thank you.
Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with first class honours, Christopher Bagley. Katharina Collins. Lorna Duffy. Sandra Eaton. Ridian Griffiths. Stephen Flack. Laura Groves. Andrew Hartshorn. Kevin Hudson. Camilla Jameson. Jacqueline Johnson. Richard Ormisher. Lisa Royal. Janine Scanlon. Catherine Taylor. Kerry Whelans. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Hala Abdullahi. Humaira Aslam. Patricia Beecroft. Sana Atik. Rahima Begum Udin. Siega Benwell. Asia Bibi. Chuling Blake. What's the dog's name? Chewbacca. Tracy Blake and Chewbacca. Sarah Blasey. Emily Bruff. Joanne Bucknell. Gary Clark. Janet Collins. Katie Compton. Kieran Connor. Martin Coop. Andrew Crosby. Leanne Davis. Sarah Dealey. Richard Dinage. Lucy Dovey. Kerry Draper. Debbie Evans. Jamie Foster. Carol Fry. Joshua Gowling. Kay Grant. Alexander Guest. Jacqueline Hanrahan. Charlene Hartill. Emma Hayward. Robert Hazelwood. Richard Hedges. Albert Higgs. Claire Holt. Lydia Holtham. Michelle Humphrey. Darren Hunter. Jake Ingram Wright. Lee Jacobs. Diane Jefferson. Michelle Johnson. Amelia Keane. Colm Kamanili. Wayne Kitching. Shakuntala Kumari. Daniel Lawson. Charlotte Malik. Crystal McCalla. Barbara McGuinness. Ruth McGuinness. Chloe Messant. Julie Mitchelson. Louise Morton. Jonathan Musty. Thomas Minard. Grant Owen. Craig Oxford. Bethany Pierce. Damien Pickwell. Lauren Porter. Joy Proctor. Helen Puddick. Sophie Radcliffe. Claire Redmond. Robert Rusko. James Sanders. Carolina Shaw. Hannah Snell. Simon Spice. Hayley Spooner. Gail Stevenson. Sammy Stotton. Georgina Summers. Marvin Thomas. Lucy Tunnell. Jane Tweets. James Vanstone. Jenny Ward. Claire Webster. Eileen Weeks. Nick Williams. Hayley Wright. Krishnan Wright. Nigel Wykes. Shazia Yasmin. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Hazel Bannister. Jeremy Brown. Andrew Copplestone. Amran Elahi. Tanya Holland. Christine Rinn. Paul Lee. Mariam Manaf. Catherine McCormack. For a foundation degree, I present Francesca Broxholm. Donna Davison. Mary Edmonds. Lisa Genko Billington. Grace Masisi. Andy Nemec. Kevin Oakes. Sarah Olson. Helena Percival. Cheryl Powell. Lorna Poxon. Simone Ritchie. Dorothy Sharp. Jamin Smith. Rebecca Williams. Lisa Wilson. For the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Marjorie Bartlett. Claire Clark. Graham Cole. Sharon Heath. Mark Jones. Moira McCumsky. Laura Poxon. Katie Prince.
Wasn't that fantastic? Goodness me, I'm sorry if I was crying when I was giving you your certificate, but it's all your fault because you're just too amazing. And every time somebody was saying to me, I've just had 5 children, but don't tell anyone, or I've been studying for 20 years, or I've done this while I've also been nursing my wife who died. There are so many amazing stories in this room. Some of you shared them with me, for which I thank you. But most of all, so many congratulations from all of us on the stage and from me. I always get totally overwhelmed at these ceremonies because it's the best job in the world. I get to meet incredible people like you who have put many things on the line to be able to study, and it's humbling. So I would like to give you personally one more round of applause. Thank you. One of the nicest things is how much, when you're walking across the stage, people are urgently looking for the people that have come to support them and their loved ones in the audience. So I really think we should give a huge final round of applause to them, because I know that for many of you, you wouldn't have been able to complete your studies without the people here with you today, and maybe some of the people that couldn't be here today. And I know that as people who engage with students all the time at the OU, we always think about that wider support network. So thank you again from all of us to all of you that have helped people, enabled them to get to their dream today. Thank you. One of the things that slightly bugs me about the Open University when I talk about it to other people in the world is people say to me, oh, the Open University, that brilliant university where people study part-time. I'm like, part-time? Are you nuts? People who are studying at the OU are doing nothing part-time. They're normally in a job, running a family, in a job and running a family, or they've got 2 jobs and 6 children, and they've got other complex things going on in their lives. So I just want you to know that we don't think of you as part-time. If anything, we think of you as double-time. And it's an incredible achievement to continue working while you're doing many of the other things that you're doing in your life. So I don't like that part-time nonsense. I think we should change it to double-time learning. But I hope that one thing you will take from today and you will carry forwards into the rest of your lives is the incredible platform that the Open University degree has given you for what you want to do next. I am a fervent believer that education can help you make that next step. And the OU has made so many people's next steps that little bit easier, whether it's what you want to go on and do in your career, or whether it's want to change direction in your job, or whether you want to maybe sit down and start writing a book, who knows. But make sure that you use what you have and use it well, because it's a precious thing and you have done an incredible job in getting here. And I think all of you should be proud of yourselves. And I could tell by the energy as you came across the stage that there are some amazing new entrepreneurs, doctors, leaders, lawyers, other people who I meet, lots of social workers, all kinds of different people. So make sure you use what you've learned and use it well. Because as I'm sure you know, the OU's motto is to live to learn. And it never ends. It goes on always. And it will be carried with you always, and you will always be part of this amazing network of people that have studied with the OU, the massive family of OU alumni, and all of the support that that brings. I'm sure I don't need to harp on about the achievements of the Open University. We've already heard about some of the incredible space work, or the incredible relationships that we have with the BBC, for example, where we're studying deep into space or deep into the ocean. So the university that you're part of and the network that you join is an important part not just of Britain's landscape, but also that of the world. So take that with you, live well, use it well. I'm so honoured to have met you all, and thank you for being part of such a special institution. So with that, I need to close the formal ceremony, but of course we need to end it with the biggest cheers we've managed to have yet. You've done pretty well, but I gave you a 9. Let's make it an 11. Pretty good. Yeah. You've reached an 11. Okay, you definitely reached an 11. Congratulations, everyone. And everyone who is able to do so, please could they stand? And with that, we'll draw the formal proceedings today to a close.
you.